but thought it'd be too difficult or time-consuming? If so, it's time to try Babbel. Babbel lets you customize how and when you learn. Quick 10-minute lessons on words,
siesta,
bambola,
phrases and grammar,
lås dra en kaffe,
to games that keep it exciting. Listen to podcasts on the go or take live online classes with a real teacher.
Hola clase, ¿cómo están?
It's really up to you. In no time, chatting about real-life topics will feel, well, effortless. Go ahead, see where Babbel takes you.
Paris.
More ways to explore, more ways to learn. Learn a new language with ease. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Okay, you're back to dining out, but there's dining and there's dinnertainment. Get ready for an amazing dining experience like none you've ever had at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. When it comes to Asian cuisine, nobody does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented teppanyaki chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, cocktails, and more. Book your night of fun right now. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114. We'll see you there.
8-Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, the ABA, and this station.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the static text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harbin Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Once again, we have only a 1-hour show, and we still get paid the same morning show. Oh, it never gets old. Boy, oh boy, Keon. You are a genius. Yes, you only went 50-50 in your picks last night, but you are a genius in as much as you inspired my genius. Well, yesterday here on the program, Keon was talking about how he was feeling pretty good about an Arkansas upset over Gonzaga. And I took that and thought, you know what? What if I just bet 4 underdogs, right? Bet the 4 biggest underdogs over the Sweet 16, and that's what I did. And bam, the ones you got right, Keon, I got right. And well, of course, I didn't make a lot of money, but still, I didn't lose any money. And that's the whole name of the game when you're doing sports betting and you're a newbie like me. So I got, what did I get? I got $2.05 because screw Arizona lost. God, I miss you. Bye-bye. And then Arkansas beats Gonzaga. And then I got $4.85 out of that one. So that was actually the big payout right there. So the only way I'll make more money is if St. Peter's beats Purdue or Providence beats Kansas, and that has to happen tonight. So, Keon, thank you for the inspiration and for your wisdom in these matters.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. And there may be more upsets in today's college basketball dance party. So
I don't want to brag or anything, but you made what'd you say, $7?
Yeah, I made $7. Yeah,
$10 is what I made on Arizona scoring 60 points. $10.
Look at you.
One bet, $10. So yeah,
and they didn't even have to win. Randy gets the best of everything. Gets to make money off of them.
Promo. I didn't use
overall. Best of what do you mean promo?
It was a promo.
A bonus. It was a bonus. It wasn't a promo.
It was a boost.
Hey, listen, you got to be to be a successful bettor such
like
as myself. I'm now one for like 100 or something like that.
Sure.
That one was a $10 payout, and I give credit to Radio Ron for turning me on to that one. So.
Well, you know what? You have to start winning somewhere. So congratulations. Yeah. But I did it. No promo. No specials, no nothing. All I did was get inspired by the fact that upsets are just a fact of life in March Madness.
They really are.
But that's the good news. The bad news, all of our brackets are busted now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine's miserable.
Well, I thought that, right? I thought that, but then I went and took a look. You're still in third place. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, I anticipate the deep dive here just at any moments. I did not know that. I did not look up my bracket, but U of A's out of it. Gonzaga's out of it. Kentucky's out of it. If Kansas wins, that's only going to be the only savior that I have in my Final Four, but I had U of A winning it all.
Yeah, you did. You're still, though, currently in third place. Ralph from Harmon Solar, he's down in fifth place, but really seventh place, because they have a bunch of people tied for fifth.
Yeah.
I am down in 21st place, tied with some other people. And then Keon Rose, you have improved. You've improved 14 slots to 76th place.
There you go.
Yeah, because not unlike my picks yesterday, I actually had Arkansas winning that game in real life.
Yeah,
on the bracket.
There you go.
So
there you go, Keon.
So the only downside is, and I hate to bring up ex-girlfriends, but Quitter Kaler, he's ranked higher than you, but also in 76th place.
Oh boy, yeah.
So
I mean, if he's also in we're just tied together. Then.
Yeah,
that's not a higher rank. We have the same amount of points.
See, Randy, that's what happens to experts during March Madness. That's what happens to the experts.
I did try to say this before March Madness started, that I missed when I had a little bit of ignorance going into this, because now you just choose things based on what you know, and it's.
Did you just hear that, Randy? He called us ignorant.
Well, yeah.
I said I wish I had a little. I never said anything about you.
Now he's saying we have a lot of ignorance.
Well, I mean, I can't think of a more descriptive word for me picking the bracket, because who the hell knew I was going to be in third place?
It might be true, but I don't like to hear it. It doesn't feel good, Keon.
I thought it was 308th place.
I'm saying I missed when I had a little. It made it more fun. Now I'm just like, I pick. I'm supposed to know what the hell I'm talking about. And then here comes St. Peter's making it look like I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, listen, the good news is I made money. That's all that matters. The good news is Randy made money, and he's still in third place.
Congratulations.
That won't last long.
Yeah, that
won't last long.
That's all that matters.
You're going to still be pretty high up because there's just not a ton of games left to move you from that spot.
Yeah, I'm in sixth place, whatever the hell I said I was, 21st place. Yeah, the 21st place. I'll probably plummet as well. All right, so I made money. Randy made money. Keon, did you make money?
Yeah, I did.
Hey,
actually,
we all made money.
I bet on the Arkansas game. Yeah.
There's one guy who took $5 in an NBA parlay and turned it into $160,000.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing. It was on FanDuel too, by the way, Randy. On FanDuel, he chose Jonas Valanciunas, LeBron James, Cade Cunningham, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis. All of these guys had to do is get a bucket to start the game. They had to be the first person to have a bucket in that game. All of those guys did.
Wow.
He put $5 down on this thing, and it made him $160,000.
I'm sorry. That's such
if I could only hit that one time, just one time.
That's such a volatile bet to make too. Of all the names to choose there, the fact that you even have Jonas Valanciunas on that list of human beings is just ridiculous to me.
It reminds me of a story. You know, I went yesterday to my accountant and I got my taxes done. Just Kim and I.
Yeah.
By the way, congratulate me. We're actually getting a few dollars back. So
there you
right
go.
in the
That's
sweet spot there. Thank you.
nicely
Thank
done.
you.
Good job.
But he was telling me a great story about a guy who actually won the lottery. His wife didn't know. They came in to do the taxes, and he was like, "Don't tell my wife about the $100,000 lottery."
I think he has to.
He's like, "Dude, you can't put me into that position." And she's like, "What did you do?" Well, it didn't end well for him. Let's just leave it right there.
Yeah, I've only 100,000. Imagine if it'd been the real thing. That could have gotten noticed. People get killed for that. So the odds for this guy to hit that parlay were 2.8 million to 1. That's it. 2.8 million odds right there. And that's the thing. Those are the fun little things you try. I don't know if I had done $5. If he'd have done 50 cents instead of $5, it's still $16,000. If you kind of start going down into our level of betting and what it could turn into, could still be pretty impressive, even if you do a dime on this. Parlays can be fun, but just don't use the bread money on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't use the food money for this kind of thing. Stay in your lane, basically. Stay in your financial lane when you're enjoying the sports betting. But all right, feels pretty good. We've all won money after last night. We're all feeling pretty good and in decent positions, except for Keon, in our brackets. So yeah.
Well, I mean, Keon's
nice way to
advancing
start
though.
the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good Friday. It's a good Friday for everybody.
So let's get to the text line and see how people are doing there. Big George says, "Hello, gentlemen, and happy Friday. Glorious day today as screw Arizona lost last night in the Sweet 16. And then he says, ha, 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 ha. I know. Mars Bars 805, who's actually pretty high ranked in the bracket contest right now, says, "Happy faded Friday, guys. I'll take an 805, please. You should have gone with Duke last night. Go Duke and go Raiders."
Boy, I really thought Duke wasn't going to make it last night, Keon. I don't know about you, but I thought Duke, this is the end of the road for Coach K.
I thought that was going to be the end of the road too, just because of how good Texas Tech has been defensively.
Yeah.
They got a ton of great athletes. I did not expect Coach K to go zone and Texas Tech to have no counter for that whatsoever. That was a brilliant move.
Doesn't matter, because you know why? I saw a video where Coach K is sitting there having a nice laugh with one of the refs you like to complain about.
Oh, boy.
They're standing there during a stop and play, and they're both, I got you. And that was it. That was where the game was won. Doesn't matter if he went zone. It didn't matter if he went to another area code. Collusion.
I mean, look, I thought the officiating was much better yesterday than it was the first weekend. But it's not great optics to Coach K standing there laughing with the ref. But the fact of the matter is, when he switched to zone, Texas Tech couldn't shoot over the top of it. And what they like to do going inside the paint, erased. They really didn't know how to deal with it. They don't play against it very often in the Big 12, and it messed them up entirely.
Yeah, that's the brilliance of Coach K.
Yeah, that's what good coaches do, I guess. Blissful Hayes says, "Happy Friday, Blender." And fourth dimension, speaking of the Wildcats, haven't seen a choke job like that since the Colts lost to the lowly Jaguars.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I can't even get mad at that because they're both true. But yeah, up yours, Blissful Hayes. I guess the cook says, "Can I change my name to AZ Don Ho? I always wanted to be a ho." No, kiss the cook. I can't do it. Sorry.
No.
Wilbur says, "Suck it, Tempe fans. Call me when you make a Sweet 16. It's likely the last time you made a Sweet 16, nobody had cell phones." I hope he feels better now.
Yeah.
Just sort of aimlessly swinging in the dark, aren't you? Mr. Pringle says, "First off, great call in an Arkansas game, Keon. Secondly, Jeffrey, your cheating skills are slipping." He thinks I cheat on the bracket contest.
That's run by CBS.
Right. I forgot to call Jim Rome and say, "Hey, brother, can you get me a little help there?"
Me out? Yeah.
Just boop, boop, boop. There we go. All right. So here in a little bit, we'll have the Friday edition of Keon Rose's college basketball dance party. We'll talk about what happened last night and what's going to happen tonight. But before we go too much further, I want to remind you all that today is International Waffle Day.
Mm.
You know it's a religious holiday?
Waffle?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Waffle Day. Because in Sweden, Waffle Day is known as Waffledagen, and it sounds like Varfadugendagen, which is Our Lady Day. It's a day that celebrated the Virgin Mary's conception. I don't know why her conception is celebrated. Whatever. It's just an excuse to eat waffles. That's fine. But Varfadugen is, sounds the same. And so because of that, it became customary for Swedish families to celebrate Our Lady Day with waffles. I'm not making this up. It's a true thing.
I may have to ask Miss Kim to make some waffles this evening.
I like waffles. I have a waffle maker.
Miss Kim does too. Yeah.
It's a pain. It's kind of a pain to clean and deal with, but
yeah.
Both those can be good.
Still,
do you like the
it.
waffles, Keon?
I love waffles.
Does your mom make waffles?
My mom never really made waffles, actually.
You have a waffle maker?
I should invest in one. I actually don't. I usually just go to I don't know, to like Denny's or IHOP or something. Just
I'm gonna say go buy some Egos at the store.
Let go my Eggo.
Yeah,
you get the Eggos going. Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what a little girl does here at the house? She gets these these Eggos, right? And then she basically slathers them with Nutella.
Ooh.
That's like a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
I'm like, well, how about some maple syrup? She's like, get away from me. Oh, okay, don't mess with her. She's an adorable little girl most of the time. Don't mess with her in the morning.
Don't mess with my Eggo.
Mars Bar is 805 says, Jeffrey, when you're talking about the Duke player tried to save the ball going out of bounds and he ran into the ref was in the way, and Coach K called the ref for blocking foul, and they were laughing about it. Oh, go Duke. Yes, but in that conversation, I'm sure Coach K was saying, you got the check, right? Of course I did. You cashed it that minute. What are you kidding me? I've got an app on my phone. That's what the conversation was. Swazman says, Coach K is one of us. Illini boy, Chicago. He's definitely doing the get off my lawn guy, but hey, they may survive and actually advance. Isn't that the goal? Kids play, coaches coach.
Yeah, well, they've survived and advanced on to the Elite Eight, haven't they?
You know, I like Coach Monty for the Suns because he cracked me up. They were talking about how he's like, okay, we originally said Chris Paul would be like on a 30-minute clock. You play 30 minutes, no more. And then after the game, he's like, I'm a liar. Because he was doing fine. And he's like, I wasn't going to stop a good thing. And the Suns won last night, 140 to 130, just cementing the top seed in the Western. What is it, the Western? The
best record,
everything.
Everything.
Best record in the NBA.
Just their home team forever because of this, right? This is it.
You go to the NBA Finals. Whoever you play in the East, they'll be playing in your house.
Yeah, so they could all just take the rest of the season off. How many games are left, by the way?
8.
Yeah, so they could just take the next 8 games off. And I know there's been conversation about whether they should or should not.
Oh, I don't think so. Nah. Don't break up a good thing. Yeah, these guys are running right along like a well-oiled machine right now.
Yeah, here's what it is. Let them keep going, but don't sweat it. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill yourself on these next 8 games, but keep the oil going through the machine, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, 110%. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? You don't need to give these guys a bunch of rest. Everybody's feeling good. CP3 just came off of what was it, a 10-game rest? He was out for a while. They've been was it more?
I don't know. It was 10 games. Like a long time though, didn't it?
10 games, 3 weeks. I don't know. Anyway,
I believe that they're about.
Hey, they've been sitting Booker when they need to. Didn't DeAndre sit out last night? I don't think he played last night.
No, he played.
He played?
32 minutes. So
I must have missed it.
Well, Chris Paul was in there for the entire game, it seemed like, and everybody was very happy to see him chanting MVP.
Oh, yeah.
When they do that, do you think Devin Booker's like, I've been here the entire time.
No, I just think it's an acknowledgement that Chris Paul is the guy that stirs the drink for the Phoenix Suns. He's the guy that ultimately we need to go to finals and to win one. And obviously you need Devin Booker too, but Chris Paul missing, I think, highlighted what this team has to do in order to win basketball games without him. They're capable, but
he's yelling MVP, and Booker's got to be like, well, I had 70 points once. I don't know about
I actually had 71 points 5 years ago to the day.
Don't know why you're going to say MVP to him.
You know what was it? I'll tell you what was impressive to me is after the game. I don't know what happened in the press conference after the game. I didn't catch it. But I heard Booker had some comments. He's like, he's tired of us not getting any shine. We're tired of not having any respect. These guys keep making, derogatory names out of my last name. Nobody's giving us any respect. Coach Monty should have been the coach of the year. Chris Paul should be the comeback player of the year. This team has done nothing but win basketball games over the last two, and nobody is giving them any credit. And so Devin Booker has a chip on his shoulder, and I think he's out to prove something. So I think you would have a hard time keeping him out of playing, especially down the stretch here.
I have a question. What are the derogatory things they say about his name?
He didn't go into it.
Because I've never even thought about it. But
the
only thing that comes to mind is Booger.
In the player introductions, they put the wrong face up when Devin Booker was being introduced. So he's already unhappy about that. He's not thrilled about it. We've already seen how intense he is with his beef with the Raptors. So when you put up the wrong guy's face and introduce Devin Booker, he's not happy about it. And he's actually just
ladies and gentlemen, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
He's got the crowd yelling. Now remember, it was against the Raptors when he had that that little tryst with the blow up doll, whatever the hell it is, that small little puny little raptor they had there under the basket.
That's right. He's like, get out of here. Yeah.
So he's been catching grief about that. But I got to tell you, here we are late in the season. They just wrapped up the best record of the NBA, and Devin Booker's got an edge to him. I don't think that's a good place for opposing teams to have in Devin Booker right now.
And
I don't think they want him to be there.
Not top 5 in MVP voting.
Whatever works. Although he is top 10 in scoring after the other night when he had his season high. That pushed him up, I believe, into the 9th position of scoring this year. So people say he's not even a top 10 scorer. Guess what? Shut up. We got to take a break. When we come back, Keon Rose will regale us with his wisdom and knowledge when it comes to the Sweet 16. We'll talk about last night. We'll talk about this night, and we'll see if we can get some more good ideas on the betting. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now. The Phoenix Suns coming off a good win against the Denver Nuggets yesterday, 140-130. They have now won 7 straight games. They are set to return to action on Sunday when they're going to match up against the 76ers. Notable NBA games that will be coming up this evening. Philadelphia, a 5-point favorite there in LA to take on the Clippers. Houston, a 3.5-point favorite in Portland. Minnesota favored by 3 at home against the Mavericks. Miami, a 7.5-point favorite against the Knicks. Atlanta, a 2.5-point favorite as they take on the Golden State Warriors. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. What future NBA coach started for the Chicago Bulls in their first 10 season openers? The answer's coming up on the Daily Sports Quiz.
Nick LaCapria's Daily Sports Quiz brings you a different question from the world of sports each day. If you want even more questions from the world of sports, visit Nick LaCapria's new website, sportstrivia.org. You can test your sports trivia knowledge and get answers to some great questions from the world of sports trivia. Sportstrivia.org. It's free, it's fun, and it's challenging. If you like the Daily Sports Quiz, you'll love sportstrivia.org.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz: name the future NBA coach that played for the Chicago Bulls in their first 10 season openers. The legendary Jerry Sloan. He played for Dick Motta. Jerry Sloan, today's answer on the Daily Sports Quiz.
Start your bracket with a bang. Right now, FanDuel Sportsbook is giving new customers a $150 instant bonus. Guaranteed. Steve here from the main event. That's right. You'll get $150 in bonus site credit, and all you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. How you bet the bracket is up to you. You can choose from the money line, totals, prop bets, and so much more. Join FanDuel today with promo code Steve1580. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus site credit. Guaranteed. That's promo code Steve1580 on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms of sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Arizona Rattlers football.
Exclusively on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And at 1580thefanatic.com.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Tune in to hear every home game live. Let's go, boys. Don't miss a second of all the high-paced action as the Rattlers chase another world championship.
Hey, we're going to win. It's going to be on us.
Rattlers football on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Or streaming live at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today's Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic. Night 2 of the Sweet 16 starts here at 4 p.m. You got St. Peter's versus Purdue. You got Providence versus Kansas. You got North Carolina at UCLA. And, of course, Iowa State at Miami. You know, my phone has been acting up, and it's been doing a weird thing. So I'm trying to clear out some space on my hard drive there. And I found this. Remember, Randy, when you were on the cover of Esquire? I found that.
Yeah, that's
right
me.
there.
Right there. Yeah,
that was from back in the day. Look at the guns on you, man.
Kind of embarrassing. Yeah, the dog was very good for that photo shoot, though.
Yeah. That's a pit bull, so that you get a little nervous from that sort of thing.
Well, the trainer was there the whole time, and they'd fed the dog before, so he was very happy. Yeah.
But you know, once they get a taste for human flesh,
well, that is true.
It's over.
But I mean, if he were to bite me, chiseled steel and sex appeal, you know what it's all about.
Oh, yeah, especially then. You were ripped.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. Let's get caught up on the text line, and we'll get right to the dance party. Killer Rabbit says, oh, my daughter puts Nutella in her waffles, too. Go Jayhawks. He just texted that in because you want to say go Jayhawks.
Yeah.
Good Cat says, does the receptionist at the sperm bank say thanks for coming when people leave? Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably good. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't. Bruno Baller says the Suns will get a lot of rest between the last game of the season and their first postseason game over a week, I think. Rick Stara says 15 games. They win at 11-4. Jeffrey, I lost your beer. What does he say?
Right. Okay.
I don't understand just what it said.
Just move along. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because of that.
It's going to be okay.
Okay. Yeah. Kiss the Cook says today is waffle day. Mint chocolate chip waffles with chocolate and caramel syrup, whipped cream, hash browns, and ham for dinner, and of course chocolate milk. Is that what you're really having tonight?
Holy, a little too sweet for me.
Senior Wake and Bake says, "Hey, U of A fans, sit down, shut up." Courtesy ASU. Well, courtesy of somebody else. And let's get right to it. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for Keon Rose's college basketball dance party Sweet 16 edition.
Got to ask you, Keon. I'm going to go right to the game that I think is going to be the game of the night, happening about 4:30 our time. Number 4 seed Providence is taking on number 1 Kansas. For the first time ever, will a number 1 seed be knocked out here in the 16 and we'll move on without a number 1? Does Providence have it in them to take down the Jayhawks?
I mean, so here's the thing. Yeah, I think that they do.
Wow.
Part of it is Providence in any close game. Their record is astounding in any game in which, you have to win by 4 points or less. Providence is the kind of team that will absolutely beat you up in that way. But also, I don't really trust this Kansas team.
You're picking Providence?
I am picking Providence. I don't trust this Kansas team very much. I know that they've been good, but they're one of those teams that they had a kind of easy path to where they are now, at least the easiest path of all the number 1 seeds. And they're so inconsistent. This is the other part that I really don't like. David McCormick, their big man, a tremendous basketball player, but it's a roller coaster ride with him. Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. And he hasn't played particularly well in this tournament, but they've gotten some teams that aren't really good on the interior, and they've been able to take advantage of that. Good for them, but you're not going to be able to do that against Providence if you don't come out with your A game, and I just haven't seen Kansas necessarily do that. And then they got a couple of players that I'm just not 100% sure on, including Remy Martin. He's a guy that was kind of dinged up early in the season. He's actually been averaging double figures this tournament, but that's the first time that's happened in several games leading into the tournament. And he's also been butting heads with the coaching staff. There's just some stuff with Kansas right now. I'm not 100% sold on their ability to focus in this particular game and in this particular tournament. And if they wind up leaving it close, Providence is going to beat them.
First and 15 says the Jayhawks are going to smoke the bleep out of Providence. Nice call on the Hogs, though, last night.
Look, I want to think so too, but when have the Jayhawks smoked anybody that had an interior presence? I'll wait for that. I haven't seen it.
If you're right, I'll get $3.50. Thank you very much.
Jeffrey's going on his spree of betting in the underdogs once again tonight. All right, speaking of underdogs taking on a favorite, UNC is going to face off against UCLA. This is a later game at 6:39 p.m. our time. UNC, of course, they finished the regular season with an emotional win over Coach K at Duke. Can they get that emotion? Can they get that passion? And can they bring down a very powerful and, in my opinion, a very talented UCLA team?
It is a very talented UCLA team. I like the squad. I'm leaning towards North Carolina, and here's why. Another one. I know, going a little crazy with the upsets. Part of it too is I feel a little burned. I didn't lean into the U of A upset. I wanted to, but then I backed away from it at the last second. So I'm just going to lean into where I'm going with this. I really like North Carolina's squad, but I also I'm a little worried about the health of UCLA. That's the other issue. That without Jamie Jacquez being completely healthy, and Mick Cronin, the head coach, did say if he can walk, he'll play. And he's been walking. That's the word on the street. So I imagine he's going to play, but is he going to be 100%? Is he going to be healthy? That's a problem. The other problem that I have with UCLA is the shooting. Sometimes it just dries up. It goes away. And as good as they are defensively, and they are a fantastic defensive unit, when the shooting stops, it is all gone for UCLA. And we saw the scare in the first round with it. Well, this North Carolina team is a whole hell of a lot better than that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Tar Heels to win this game.
Now I'm worried because I don't have that upset. My upset is St. Peter's to beat Purdue. So should I go throw $1 on North Carolina right now?
I would.
All right, go ahead, Rand. Take over. I'm going to do this.
Okay, so let's move to the 11 seed taking on the 10 seed. It's the Iowa State Cyclones taking on the Hurricanes Miami. I think this is a game that's going to be one of the games of the night. I think first the UNC UCLA game is the game of the night. I think this also Iowa State Miami is a game of the night. Who do you see coming out of this? Are you going to go with the upset or are you going to go with the favorite here?
Boy, it's tough because first off, Iowa State does not lose to high quality teams outside of the Big 12. Their only losses this year against high ranking teams were against Big 12 teams. And the Big 12 was a bloodbath this year. And they were able to get into the tournament despite having a losing record in conference because of all of the good teams they beat outside of conference. But this is your quintessential unstoppable force meets a movable object. Iowa State plays tremendous defense. But Miami has some guards that handle the ball really well, can get to the basket. And the key here is that they don't turn the ball over. I mean, they just don't turn the ball over. This is a Miami team, by the way, that went into Duke and beat them in their house, one of the few ACC schools to do that this year. I just like where Miami is from a ball handling perspective. And I do know that it is an NCAA cliche. But when you have elite guard play that's experienced and talented, I think that trumps a whole lot of things. So I'm going to go Miami to hold off Iowa State, but that's a dangerous Iowa State team.
Think it's going to be a close game?
I think it's going to be a very close game. I'm actually glad that that's the last game of the night because I think it's going to be a fantastic finish.
All right. All right, and finally, as we point to the one a lot of people are talking about, St. Peter's has been the surprise, the Cinderella of this year's March Madness. Cinderella story, taking on a very stout Purdue team that has rolled over most everybody they've faced, and they've got that 27-foot center. Was it Holmgren? Is that the guy's name? No, that's somebody else.
No, that was Gonzaga that they had.
Yeah, it was Gonzaga.
They had Holmgren. And Holmgren got into foul trouble early. And that was a problem.
Purdue has got that other kid. I can't, Lurch. I'll just call him Lurch. St. Peter's, the 15 seed, playing Purdue tonight in the early game, 4:09 p.m. Probably hear that straight off when we go to Westwood 1. Who do you got in this matchup?
I'm going to take Purdue. It's going to be tough for St. Peter's to have 3 of those kind of magical games in a row. But also for the most part with Purdue, they could just score in droves. Now that they give up too many points, they're one of the weakest defensive teams in this tournament. They don't defend hardly anybody. And St. Peter's does play incredible defense. But between Jaden Ivey and Zach Edey for Purdue, 2 guys averaging around 15 points a game. When you have 2 guys that can go off like that and can shoot the ball, the long ball, and operate inside the post in the case of Ivy, I'm going to lean towards Purdue and the size and the talent that they have.
All right, so tonight you have Purdue beating St. Peter's. You have Providence beating Kansas. You have North Carolina beating UCLA. You've got Miami beating Iowa State. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, how about Saturday's games? We do know the matchups for that, and those will be in their entirety here on 1580 The Fanatic. The Elite 8 games, you got Houston and Villanova at 3 p.m. Arkansas is taking on Duke at 5:45 p.m. Do you have predictions and thoughts on these games yet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it gets tough with Houston because you want to say they're going up against another team that's more talented than them, and they shouldn't win, and they're still missing 2 of their best players, and it kind of doesn't really matter. It just, at some point, I feel bad picking against Kelvin Sampson and what he's been doing in Houston, because it doesn't seem like they've missed a beat at all. And now they're running into a very quality, highly experienced Villanova team, but I think Houston probably keeps this thing rolling. They're playing exactly the kind of basketball that they want to play. It's slower, grinded out style, and then when they get to the end of these games, they will just overwhelm you with athleticism. And I feel weird picking against Villanova at this stage in the tournament, but at some point we have to respect what Kelvin Sampson and Houston have done. And then Arkansas and Duke. Arkansas is smothering people. They are just putting a blanket on top of people and just holding them down.
End of Coach K's run.
I think so. I really do.
Wow.
All right. So any questions, anyone?
No, I think I've got all the information I need to make my educated bets.
I just made a bet while he was talking. I was starting to look at the underdog ability of Houston and Villanova and Arkansas and Duke. Probably closer cut games. I'm not looking the odds on those yet, but am I correct on that? You're probably not going to get a whole lot of value off of going underdog on those 2, right?
Probably not. I'll take a look at the spread here, but probably not because of the way that those 2 underdogs are playing. I don't think that Vegas is going to act like this is a surprise that they're here. These are probably going to be close games. I'll take a look at I'm
gonna take my pennies where I can get them.
Villanova is a 2-point underdog actually, and Duke is a 4-point favorite. So yeah, it's going to be pretty close.
Big George says, nice predictions, Keon. I got Providence winning tonight as well, advancing to the Final Four. Go Providence, he says. Rex Dara says, I was trying to say earlier that you lost your bet. You owe the boys lunch. Over-under was under 500 without CP3. Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. Well, congratulations, guys. I was wrong about how the Suns would do in CP3's absence, and I owe you both some Barrow's Pizza next time we get to hang around. Thank you, Rex Terra. Appreciate the reminder. I'm sure these guys really appreciate the reminder. Good Tip says that good afternoon, gentlemen. As long as we're on the subject of how bad the Browns are, we really weren't on that subject.
Since we're here now.
He says, let's understand that since 2007, they've had a minus 1,047 point differential. This Deshaun Watson trade is exactly why the Browns are the Browns.
Okay, completely out of context of anything we were talking about, but enjoy the podcast. Just the tip. Kiss the Cook says, had a dentist appointment today. Never have your teeth cleaned by a hot-looking hygienist with huge tracts of land. I was thinking baseball the entire time, and she asked if I wanted the AC turned down because I was sweating. Wow. Yeah. I guess you could look at that one way or the other, Kiss the Cook. Moist One says Montana Tech legend Kelvin Sampson. Purdue has that big guy, Edie Falco. I think he's just saying things now.
Well, Kelvin Sampson's an actual person.
Yeah. Senior Wake and Bake says, Keon, your picks are starting to remind me of a person that couldn't hit water even though they were on a boat in the middle of the ocean. And by the way, commandos suck. Now, here's the thing. It stops right there, Senior Wake and Bake. Keon has a high percentage rating on being correct when it comes to college football games. And, you got 50% yesterday, and it's also March Madness. This is not an easy thing to work on, but all his analysis of these teams has been dead on and correct. So get off his, what?
His tail.
No.
His hiney.
No. You know what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I know what you were going to say.
His bootay.
It's the thing is, you could go straight chalk at some point in this tournament, but you're not going to be right the further you go on when there are teams that are consistently showing that they're playing defense, that they're consistently shooting the basketball well, adapting to certain situations. And Providence has been one of those teams.
Chief Skulls this afternoon, guys. I hope your tournament brackets are doing well. Mine's going great since I haven't filled one out this year, and I feel excited about where I'm at with it. So, hey, also, do you think Chalupa, you said last night, Houston, we have a problem? Probably not. Probably not. And yeah, I think there's probably every single camera in the place was on that one guy. He left the court. What was his name? Monchichi, whatever the guy's name is, Manucci. I don't know. What was that player's name that accidentally tapped the chest of that cheerleader? So I'm sure at the end of the game they had him at every single angle. It was like the Bruder film, just every single angle in case he grabbed another cheerleader by the Monchichis, I guess. Man Bear Pig says, "Hey, where's that dentist's office at? I'm asking for a friend." Boomer Sooner says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Randy, can I get a cold beer, please? It's about 87 degrees up here in Anthem. Picking UCLA tonight over North Carolina. Did you guys hear that Ohtani is going to be starting pitcher and DH on opening day? That's kind of interesting."
Yeah, well, Major League Baseball has made it so it's the Shohei Ohtani show. He could start as a DH in the lineup and remain the DH. I have a problem with that. I'm sorry. If he comes out of the game, he should come out of the damn game.
Big George says, "Why do people take cheap shots at Keon like that? Saying the Commandos suck. That's just mean." Fed Fan says, sounds like Senior Wake and Bake use a hug. Just the Tip says, "As long as we're on the subject," I'm just going to stop you right there. First and 15 says, "I used to have a dentist with the big old knockers." Wow. Well, you think they have a doorbell? That's kind of weird. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, we've got Big George's sports history and whatever we can cram into the next 20 minutes of this show. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And join me 1 to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday as we discuss all the home teams, Sweet 16 and the Grade 8 happen this weekend. Who is left standing for the Final Four? Does parity continue to be the norm in March Madness? We take a left turn and look back at NASCAR as they race the COTA Road Course. Suns updates as they get ready for the playoff and all the NFL news. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K, how convenient.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
Your home for NASCAR, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Friday. As we head towards the downhill slope here at 4 o'clock, it is the tournament. The Sweet 16 continues tonight here on the Fanatic. And by the way, protect yourself against upsets this March with Bracket Parlay Insurance on FanDuel. Right now, all customers can get up to $25 back each day if your parlay of 3 legs or more falls just 1 leg short. So if you, if you get a parlay on the money line of some of the teams tonight, maybe you got Providence winning, you're going to take UCLA, then you're going to take Purdue or St. Peter's, something like that. And if one of those doesn't hit, but everything else does, FanDuel's going to hit you with a $25 cash back. It's called Parlay Insurance, and it's exclusively on FanDuel Sportsbook. Parlays are great because you can turn a small bet into a big payday, like that one gentleman did at the top of the show we were talking about. He put $5 in and won $160,000.
Bam!
Lucky bastard. Anyway, new to FanDuel, just sign up with promo code Randy1580. Then you can bet the bracket all tournament long. Promo code is Randy1580 on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Remember, you got to be 21 or older, and you must be present in Arizona. If exactly 1 leg loses, refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. NCAA tournament SBK wager required. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
All right,
you might want to do that, Jeffrey, with all this betting you're doing here lately. You're getting a little crazy with all the upsets and stuff.
I got $5. $5
You put $1 here and 50 cents here and another $1. Man, you're going to go broke.
When I'm doing it at such a low level, I can get crazy. I can take chances. I can do these things. And as my total starts to dwindle, I'm going to get a lot more conservative. So I know exactly what I'm doing, Randy. I can quit at any time.
Okay. All right. That's what they all say, Jeffrey.
I don't need 1-800-NEXT-STEP. But if I do, I'll use it.
I'm here for you, though. I've always got your back, Jeff.
I appreciate that. Now, listen, as far as manliness and men go, I just want to let you guys know this is important.
Yes.
A new male contraceptive pill has been found 99% effective in mice and could enter human trials by the end of the year. There could be the pill for men.
The pill for men.
Yeah. So, you can look at this in a lot of different ways. As a man, you could take control of, your situation, because sometimes people will, she's poked a hole in the condom, or she's stopped taking the pill altogether. And suddenly she's like, oops, surprise. And you're like, well, you as a man can take control of your situation by taking the pill. Another way to look at it is, why always expect the woman to do all the work on this stuff? Why do they always? And sometimes some women, their bodies don't react well to the female version of the pill. Maybe that's not best for them. So you're in a committed relationship and that's what's happening.
well, you should step up and take care of that. So it's a very good thing that they are working on the pill for men.
Mm.
You know, they could add some stuff to that pill. You know, men
What do you
will
mean,
take
like
it.
a little Viagra? Or?
No, well, no, that's well, I guess so. Yeah, you could add Viagra, finasteride, the hair, stuff,
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the,
get
the
the
whatever
hair
they call
going.
that.
Yeah,
Whatever, just a little bunch of extra stuff for men.
Just make it the all-in-one pill.
That's right.
Yeah.
More incentive, and men will take the birth control. So that was kind of interesting. So it's too late for us, Keon. Save yourself. I mean, take care of your business. I don't know what I'm saying.
Wow.
This thing, are any of my kids
Well, it's
listening?
too late for
Yeah.
us. Just take care of your own business.
Save yourself, Keon. Save yourself. Good Cat says the best pill for men is getting snipped. Best decision I've ever made. Yeah, I understand that, but you know, you might want to have kids later, and so for a time you're on the pill, and then later you're not. That's how women do it. So, but I hear you, Good Cat. When you're done, that's the best way to go. Berg says congratulations to the douchebag chalupas. Oh, they lost last night, Berg, or is that why you're congratulating?
I think that's what it is.
Says, do you think a pill for men should come with a disclaimer that states that it does not prevent diseases? I think that's.
Yes.
I think the women know that better than the men do. But yeah, I would imagine it will have that on there. Fed Fan says, hey, Randy, I started a mini garden. And, well, Randy can't see the text line right now, but I guess you want to log on and take a look. And she's growing strawberries. She says,
Hey,
check it
nice.
out.
All right.
A strawberry. Well, there's another one right there.
I hope it's not too hot for those strawberries, but good for you, Fed Fan. Excellent job.
Random texter says the man pill comes out 40 years ago. The world may be just a little bit better place today. No? Yeah, give or take. First and 15 says go Boilermakers, go Jayhawks, go Ladycocks, money line parlay, put the farm on it.
All right.
Wow.
Okay,
good luck.
That's some dangerous
Right,
parlay in there.
That third thing he said, is that a thing, or is he just trying to say things?
So, lady Gamecocks, South Carolina.
Yeah. So they are okay. So that's real. He's not just trying to. Okay.
Yeah. No.
No, they're very good.
Floppy Bumper says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hey, Randy, how about a cold Guinness for your favorite geologist? Cheers, everyone.
There you go, my friend.
You know, I never thought I'd get to this point in life and have a favorite geologist, but here we are. We have a favorite geologist.
It's a thing. It's a real thing.
Another geologist driving, going, what, son of a bit, what? And now he's all butthurt because Floppy Bumper. You know,
use the text line. There's always room for more. We can always open up our arms wider.
By the way, we need to mark the passing of a great man. The sad news for anybody who's ever used the internet, which I think is all of us. The guy who invented the GIF passed away, and now I know he came out and said with presentation that it's pronounced GIF. Listen, Steve Wilhite, it was cool that you made this thing, but the problem is you spelled it with a G. We're all going to say GIF. It's a GIF. I mean, I'm saying GIF. I say GIF. You say GIF. What do you say, Keon?
GIF.
Yeah, everybody says GIF because it's a G. If you really wanted it pronounced GIF, you should have done it with the J to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish he was alive for me to bitch him out about this right now because I'm tired of this argument.
Yeah.
You've got to be some sort of next level pocket protector, pants hiked up to your calves kind of nerd to say, well, it's actually pronounced Jeff. Shut up. You know what? I'm glad you're dead, Steve Wilhite. I'm tired of your crap.
Wow.
You had it coming.
That was rough right there.
That was a left turn.
That just bothers me so much.
That went dark really fast, didn't it, Keon?
It's pronounced GIF.
Faster than I thought. I think we could all just agree that he's wrong and not be happy he's gone.
No, I'm glad he's going. He's 74. He's had enough time. He's had enough time to come to the right decision that it's GIF and not GIF.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, anybody here want to drink their diabetes?
What?
Yeah, Pepsi and IHOP have teamed up for a new maple syrup soda. This is not a joke. There it is right there.
Oh, man.
Maple syrup cola from IHOP and Pepsi.
No,
Keep
thank
it.
you.
I like maple syrup, but no, thank you.
Yeah, I like maple syrup on my pancakes or my waffles.
You want to mess up some, like, let's say you've got, you want to play a prank. You open up a can of that and leave it in the middle of somebody else's picnic and watch the bees. Just a swarm of bees is going to come immediately.
Have you guys seen the advertisement, the Coca-Cola Coffee?
No.
Oh, it's coffee with Coca-Cola in it. Yeah.
No.
Coca-Cola Coffee.
No.
No,
that's That's not.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe.
Well, I know it's not right. I gag every time I see it on the TV, but when I see it, it's Coca-Cola Coffee. Like it's some revolutionary new thing. We're going to put Coca-Cola and coffee together.
Yeah, where was my commercial all those years I was pouring Irish whiskey into coffee and cocoa and my mouth? Where's my commercial?
I haven't seen that.
Well, apparently they only give commercials to people committing crimes against beverages. So
no, the answer is they don't have commercials for AA, Keon.
Fair.
I think we better do this right now before I get too upset. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1896, American James Conley, student at Harvard University, won the hop, skip, and jump competition, later renamed the more manly triple jump, to claim the initial gold medal in the first modern Olympic Games in Athens, Greece. With his performance, Conley became the first Olympic champion in nearly 1,500 years. The last Olympic champion was in 385 AD. Well, yeah, that was
hop, skip, and jump competition.
Yeah, it was a triple jump. I guess they needed some help trying to figure out what to call that thing. So, yeah. All right, let's. We got a ton of text coming in right now. Against the Spread says, for birth control, there's natural remedy. I can't read that. That's yeah. Good Cat says, Jeffrey, what's your opinion on the stand-up comedian Chris Porter? I have no knowledge of anybody named Chris Porter, and I don't know. We don't all know each other. Chief Skull says they should just go ahead and put a stick of bacon in that maple syrup soda they're selling. That's how disgusting it sounds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, I like bacon.
Yeah, I do too.
And I like maple flavored bacon, but I don't want to drink it. Just the Tip says, I work in a high-end garden center, people. Definitely not too early for strawberries. A couple of weeks from now, you'll want to provide shade from the midday sun. Strawberries are already growing fruit right now.
Wow. It's good to know.
Random text
says, I just know it was like it's going to be 93 for the high today or something. I just didn't know if it was too hot for them.
Random texter says, choosy mothers choose GIF. Moist one says, Jeffrey, do you want help with my garden? You can start by planting your tulips on my ass.
Wow.
That's an oldie, but yeah, it's just old. Let's see. Big George says, wow, that was pretty harsh, Jeffrey. The inventor of the GIF died from COVID, so he had an actual painful death. Have some sympathy. Well, I didn't know that. I guess I should have read the rest of the story.
Did it, would it have made a difference, though?
I sent him a Jet Well card, though. Does that help? Yeah. Boomer Sooner says, I'll try that maple cola bacon cinnamon whip cream cherry drink thing there.
No.
Just put the word diabetes on there. That's it. You're drinking diabetes. Straight up diabetic coma is what's going to happen after you drink half a can of that swill.
Wilford Brimley's face needs to be on that can. That's the only thing that I can think.
Yeah, Wilford Brimley's face should replace the Quaker Oats person on that can, and then he should be on this can too. And by the way, I think it's been enough years since she passed. It's time to take Barbara Bush off the Quaker Oats canister. I think it's time. It's time for a new face for Quaker Oats.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, make it right. It should be Wilford Brimley. You're right, Keon. I agree with you 100%, and plan to blame the entire thing that we just said on you later if somebody says anything about it. I don't know. That was Keon. Keon was talking about it.
I was talking about the can.
He brought up Wilford Brimley and said something about Barbara Bush. I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't know.
George says that maple soda drink sounds awful. They don't even have that in Canada. They love maple syrup in Canada. Why are we getting this here in America? Is Coke trying to kill us all?
Yes.
There's
they
all
have
these
been for years.
New things that pop up and you hear, oh, why don't we have that in America? Japan is notorious for trying different menu items at some of our favorite fast food places. And I'm like, well, wait, that's not fair. We should be having that. This is one that, yes, you're right, George. The Canadians should have had. Absolutely should have had that. Yeah. Well, we don't have time for anything else. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. March Madness continues here on 1580 Fanatic. The rest of the Sweet 16 tonight. The Elite Eight over the weekend. We'll see you on Monday, 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender. Bye.